Welcome back to Hannity. Now, following the tragic death of a 9-year-old girl during a drive-by shooting in Ferguson, Missouri, a woman who grew up in St. Louis became so frustrated with the violence in the black community, she posted this critique to her Facebook page. It has now gone viral. Take a look.
A little girl is dead. You say Black Lives Matter? Her life mattered. Police brutality? How about black brutality? There is real police brutality out there, I'll give you that. But night after night after night, on Channel 4, Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 30, Channel 11, St. Louis Post-Dispatch, murder, 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 black on black murder. You think the police are out here for fun? You think they're out here for games? They're not going to tuck you in. They're not going to give you a cookie and sing you a lullaby and tuck you in.
Millions of views. That clip has gone viral, and its message is resonating all across America. Joining us now, the woman behind that video, Peggy Hubbard. Peggy, I wanted to reach out when I heard that and give you a big hug and say thank you, because we are seeing in every big city in America, we are seeing young people that have talent and ability, whose lives are being snuffed out. We don't know their names. We don't hear about their names. And it seems that we're a society that is obsessed with, Trayvon Martin, that case, Michael Brown, that case, and Freddie Gray in that case. But nobody wants to talk about the thousands of lives that are being lost in black on black crime. Why do you think there's an unwillingness to deal with this?
My take on it, Sean, is to acknowledge this is happening, they have to face their own reality. And they don't want to do that. On my way to the station for this interview, I just found out that a toddler was shot and killed in North St. Louis County, the same area that we just lost Jamila Bolton.
This is a 9-year-old girl who was studying in her house.
Yes.
Doing her homework.
Yes.
Peggy, one day on this program, when all of the Trayvon Martin stuff was going on and the president weighed in on it, I actually scrolled the names on the bottom of the screen of people we've never heard of that were killed in Chicago. Dozens and dozens and dozens. Why do these groups focus on the few instances, and there are examples of police that do the wrong thing, and when that happens, they should go to jail. But why not the many? Where's the protest for the young girls like this 9-year-old girl? You never see that.
No, you don't. That's the problem. We want to glorify the criminals, the bad guys. We want to glorify them and give credence to their life.
Yeah. I was glad in the video.
What contributions did they make?
I was glad in the video. Now, you did use some very spirited language that we had to edit out for television.
Yes.
No, but you know what? It was effective. And I believe that we're all created by the same God, and we're not dealing with a problem. And then when anyone brings it up, if you happen to be white, oh, you're racist for even talking about it. It's no, because I care about people's lives. What is the reaction that you're getting to this viral video now?
I've been called Uncle Tom, Ancient Mama,
Good grief.
The white man's bed wench.
Good grief.
The white man's, pardon my French, but that's what I've been called. And it's not a black issue. This is not a white issue.
It's a human issue.
It's a human issue. It's an accountability issue. It's a responsibility issue. That's what it is. They made this about race. This was never about race. This was about right and wrong.
Well said. Peggy, stay right there. I want to bring in Milwaukee County Sheriff. Our friend David Clark is back on the program. Sheriff, I think Peggy is extremely courageous. I know you're courageous in what you do. If we love these kids and we want to save these lives, don't we first have to identify that there's a problem that nobody seems to want to talk about?
Without a doubt, Sean. First of all, Peggy, I'm proud of you. I got your back on this one. If things get too out of hand down there and too hot for you down in the St. Louis area, you give me a call. I'll get you some help down there. But very effective messaging. Peggy admits the reality of this whole thing. I've been saying it all along myself. It's the elephant in the room, Sean, as you know, that especially the liberal mainstream media does not want to acknowledge because it doesn't fit their false narrative about what's going on in the American ghetto. 75% of the problems of the black community are self-inflicted. Things like father-absent homes, things like drug and alcohol abuse, school failure, failure to stay in the workforce. The other 25% are inflicted by the Democrat Party with their modern liberalism, which is conduct without borders. Okay, they reward underachievement, they make excuses for criminal behavior like black-on-black crime, and they blame everybody else for the problems that go on within our community. It's a message that our community needs to hear more of. The overwhelming majority of people that live in the American ghetto are good, law-abiding people, but their voice is silenced, and we have to hear from the blowhards, and they're one-trick pony. All they can say is racism.
Well, you know, you had an interesting message about if your own son or your child, Peggy, acted in a way and got caught doing something wrong and went to jail, what would you do? Mm-hmm. You had an interesting message there.
There's no secret. I put that on Facebook. Our child decided that he was not going to follow the law. He decided he was going to go out, break the law, hurt people. And what does it say about me as a parent, and what does it say about my husband as a parent, that we would condone or allow our child to continue to break the law?
Yeah.
And we had to do the hardest thing that we had to do, and that was to turn them over to the police. That is the reality of it. And if we get enough people, enough parents to say, hey, you know, you have to be accountable for your actions. I had a young man on Facebook after the other show that I did that said that it was despicable and deplorable, and he called me some very nasty names. How dare you as a mother turn on your own child?
You did it out of love.
And this is coming from this comes out of our black neighborhoods. This is the mentality of our young black people. This mindset is just gone.
Well, I admire you for doing it. I hope people listen. I think it was very correct. I kind of like the salty language, though, because it makes the point. It cuts through a little bit more. And I like the cutting through part, and I can handle that. Sheriff, God bless you. Thank you.
I wouldn't change a thing.
I wouldn't change a thing either. I just wish I could air it.
Stay strong, Peggy.
Stay strong is right. And by the way, if you have Sheriff Clark on your team, you are rock solid. Trust me.
Then thank you.
I'll back that team anytime. Thank you both.